Davis with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Stolen by Conley. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards, no good. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
No chance. Davis, just too much to handle on the defensive side.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Outside Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
Outside Edwards. Edwards is doubled. Pass to Randall. Uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randall assertive and able to find the finish.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
Davis drawing the double team. Pass to Lively. Thompson in the post. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Stolen by Davis. Now here's Thompson. Washington outside. Right side Davis. The ball's knocked loose. Randall with a steal. And the basket by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
So it's the Mavericks now. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Irving for three. They grab their own miss. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Oh, man, the defender really went after him.
Dallas shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And Dallas making a change here. He hits the second from the line. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Edwards with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. Gobert, that's good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Thompson right side. Pass to Irving. And stolen by Edwards. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Conley looking for an opening. Here's Randall. Randall draws the double. Back to Conley. Outside McDaniels. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Gafford. Washington right side. Here's Lively. The shot off that time. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Minnesota in the lead. Over to the wing. To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And they double up Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Down low. Randall. Another shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Marshall. Here's Dinwiddie. And the dunk by Gafford.
What a find by Spencer Dinwiddie. Defense keys in on him, and he decides to make the nice pass.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Daniels. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now here's Gafford. Stolen by Conley. Inside. Here's Randall. Oh!
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Gafford. Poke loose. And stolen by Edwards. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
They double him with McDaniels. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model, where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
B.A., I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, B.A., to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
It's good. Randall's got 6 points.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
And Gobert with a block. They retain possession. Here's Christie. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Ferocious from Gobert.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Dallas making a change here. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9. Can't connect from short range. Minnesota with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Outside McDaniels. Connects from downtown. 7 points in the game.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And they doubled up Irving. Out to the right wing. Pass to Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Thompson for 3. Here's Davis. Outside for Irving. And stolen by Edwards. Here's McDaniels. And Davis with the block. Here's Christie. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Minnesota with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Mavericks trail by 12. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You can't let Davis get established positioning inside. If he does, you have to foul him.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Left side McDaniels. That's tipped. It's stolen by Irving. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Lets it go from deep. Thompson's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Edwards. And it's blocked by Davis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. Here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. They double Randall to the inside. Gobert, no good. Mavericks trail by 10. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Thompson with it. Outside Davis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Yes, it's good. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, terrific job by Spencer Dinwiddie to get up the floor. It's a nice way to get an easy bucket.
It's Edwards on the wing. It's stolen by Lively. Pass to Exum. Gobert with the double. The kick out to Williams. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Gafford with the bucket.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
It's Edwards on the wing. Now Randall. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
DiVincenzo with it. 6 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way. Another miss by Minnesota.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Gafford. Back to Williams. Up top, Dinwiddie. And we're going to have a jump ball.
You two players.
Jump ball call.
Three, Gafford. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. It's deflected. Irving looking around. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And Minnesota with some changes. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Knocks it down from distance. McDaniels got 10 points in the game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Davis. Easy money for Davis inside.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to McDaniels. Now Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Lively. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards. That free throw misses. Second free throw, no good. Minnesota leading by 8. It's good! Edwards, what strength!
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Irving has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Davis. Outside for Irving. Here's Lively. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. He's got 5.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, guys, the agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
Pass to Lively. Stolen by Conley. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Goes back up. Davis. Lively. And Gobert with a block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And the shot goes in. Edwards got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game. And the technical free throw is good. And Dallas making a change here. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And Gobert with a block. Right side Edwards. Lets it go from 11. Outside Conley. To the paint. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Washington outside. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Williams. No points yet. Pass to Washington. Rebound Minnesota. Left side Edwards. Stolen. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Washington's shot is good. Washington's got his first points in this one.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And here's McDaniels. Three-pointer off the mark. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Back to Williams. Doubled by Randall. And it's Washington missing.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
.51 seconds left in the third quarter. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Mavericks trail by 13. Pass to Dinwiddie. Conley comes with a double team. Oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Randall with it. He's guarded by Gafford. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
19 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Edwards looking it over. It's McDaniels on the wing. That three's off the mark. Dinwiddie outside. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Minnesota. They lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Mavericks trail by 13. Outside Irving. Pass to Davis. Outside Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Left side, Edwards. Clock at 6. For 3, Conley. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley. Yes, sir.
Randall outside. Knocked loose. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. And the shot's good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Pass to Gobert. Gobert working inside.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Reed. He's guarded by Gafford. Miller outside. Now Reed. Back to Miller. Just 5 to shoot. Outside. DiVincenzo. The 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Mavericks trail by 14. It's rebounded by Minnesota. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. DiVincenzo driving. Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 17. Here's Davis. Pass to Irving. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
They set the pick. Pass to Reed. The 3. And it's Irving with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 15. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Minnesota. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Here is DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. From downtown. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Irving. Nice move. Second shot opportunity. Gafford with the bucket.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
The Timberwolves lead by 13. Pass to Alexander Walker. Inside. DiVincenzo with it. Irving picks him up. Stolen by Davis. Here's Thompson. Oh, botches the breakaway layup.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
McDaniels with the rebound. And Minnesota with possession here. The lead is 15. Pass to Gobert. Gobert is doubled. Here's McDaniels. Up top, Randall. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with it. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Rudy Gobert. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Pass to Thompson. Back to Davis. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. And Davis with the block. Right side, Irving. Clock at 6. And here's Thompson for 3. Offensive board. Davis. Randall with some nice D.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
McDaniels, that's good.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Gobert with the double. Pass to Gafford. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Gobert. Davis with the defensive effort.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Washington outside. Back to Davis. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Down low. Here's Randall. Thompson pulls it in. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. Pass to Davis. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. And it's blocked by Davis.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Off target at the rim. The Timberwolves trail. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, that's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has it.
Gotta get some of that basketball.
See how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Davis with it. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Edwards. Driving inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Mavericks trailing. all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Both free throws good from Irving.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Over to the left wing. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. McDaniels from long range.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Doubled by Randall. Gafford with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Now here's Irving. Takes it inside. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
For 3, Conley drains the triple.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Now here's Gafford. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Now here's Edwards. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards got 5 points.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
To the paint. Gobert with the double. Stolen by Conley. Right side, Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Kyrie Irving.
Well, it's so difficult to outsmart Edwards as a defender. He'll just come right into you.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Here's Marshall. He's scoreless. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. .24 seconds left to play in the first. McDaniels from long range. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Marshall. Pass to Dinwiddie. Now Lively. Will it go? The kick out to Williams. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Minnesota up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Irving with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Fires from the wing. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 8-point game. There's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Minnesota with possession here. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Randall outside. 6 to shoot. Now Ingles. From behind the arc. Counted from distance. Ingles has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Up top, Dinwiddie. Yet to see a basket. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves lead by 11. And here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Irving. Over Edwards. Here's Davis. Easy 2 for AD.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Got a piece of it. In transition, here they come. Ball's going up the court. And it's Washington missing. Edwards with it. 11 points in the game. Outside Conley. Out left to the wing. Now here's Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Well, when Edwards gets this on, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Pass to Thompson. To the inside. Ingles, good. Ingles got 5 points now this quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Mavericks trail by 15. Outside Davis. And Davis gets double teamed. Too strong. Davis for 2.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
Here's Edwards. He's got 13. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Pass to Davis. Washington left side. Now Williams. And here's Davis. Check by Randall. The big man, AD. D down low.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
And here is Ingles. There's the three. Washington grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Davis, that's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
To the left side wing. For three, Conley. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Davis misses. The Timberwolves lead by 11. And they double up Edwards. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Minnesota shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Now Edwards. He's got 15. 6 on the shot clock. For three, Randall. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Ingles. Randall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And here is Williams. No points yet. Left side, Davis. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Najee Marshall.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's Minnesota up by 16. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Timberwolves lead by 16. Pass to Conley. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Irving. Back to Davis. The putback. Randall pulls down the board. And here are the Timberwolves. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Edwards with it. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Randall. Here's the three. Drops in the three. Randall's got 6.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Now here's Edwards. 16 points for him.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
And he's made all of his 6 tries at the line in this one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now here's Irving. Here's Davis. And Gobert with a block. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Edwards. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Gafford. Mavericks trail by 20. It's blocked by Gobert. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. The rebound by Klay Thompson. And so it's Dallas with it. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
McDaniels from long range. Minnesota again missing. And Davis has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 18. Stolen by Conley. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's McDaniels. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, all right. You got to get out that zone, man. I'm killing that zone.
We've got the Lakers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And here's Edwards. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Back to James. Double team on James. from deep. Here's Doncic. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
To the inside. Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Randall pulls down the board. We played just over a minute here in the first. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. It's Edwards with a drive. There's the block. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura, equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
And the shot goes.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Randall. And Reeves pulls it down. Here's James. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he's still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And the second free throw is good. RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Reeves with the ball. He's picked up by Conley. Can't hit from in close. Now here's Edwards. To the paint. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And the Lakers making a change here. The Lakers trail. Outside Reeves. Pass to connect. Fires the 3. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Connect. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Edwards. Vanderbilt with the block. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Here's Randall. Still no points. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Gobert. Pass to Conley. Back to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
A relentless offensive rebounder. Randall simply does not give up on the boards.
Lakers trail by 4. Finney Smith with it. Gobert with the double. Here's Goodwin. Edwards looking it over. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Edwards. Elbow shot. That's short off the rim.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Pass to Goodwin. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Down low. Here's Gobert. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gobert's got 6 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Lakers trail by 6. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Edwards, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Gobert on the high post. Inside. Randall, good.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Vanderbilt. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Edwards. And the basket by Gobert. Give him 8 points now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their entire defense is designed to stop LeBron. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
No good, a bit long that time.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Blocked! Here's James. McDaniels with some nice D.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has gotten 4 this quarter.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Pass to Gobert. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. And Reeves pulls it down.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got one or two, your interior play better be strong.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
It's stolen by Doncic. Hachimura outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
To the middle. Gobert, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Conley comes with a double team. Pass to Hachimura. James with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. The shot by James, no good. Minnesota leading by 4. Edwards on the move. Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
At the offensive end, Gobert isn't always this aggressive, so it's really good to see.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. Lakers trail by 8. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oh, and Reed with a block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. Here's Doncic. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 8. On the wing, Ingles. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Ingles. Now here's Reed. 6 to shoot. Miller on the wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. And it's all from three-point range.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Here's Miller. Finished off the break. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
DiVincenzo with it. Now Doncic defending. Yep, that one goes. Reed's got his first bucket in this one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Vanderbilt, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 10. The kick out to Ingles. Down low. Here's Reed. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Reed's gotten 4 this quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Back to DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander Walker. Goes up on the wing. The Lakers with a rebound.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Pass to connect. for three. That shot, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break up 12. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Here's Ingles. No luck on that one. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Down by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Shot clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. James outside. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Reed. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Miller outside. Back to Reed. Tries again. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 12. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Yeah, well, look, you can bump them, but that's not going to stop LeBron James.
Alexander Walker with it. Picked up by Reeves. Left side, DiVincenzo. Off target from outside. So it's Los Angeles now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Pass to Miller. Outside, DiVincenzo. And the basket is good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Timberwolves making a switch here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Minnesota leading by 10. Edwards with it. Out to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. It's Edwards with a drive. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Lakers making a switch here. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Reeves up top. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hachimura. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
Pass break, Minnesota. From down in the low post, it goes. Edwards has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
The Timberwolves lead by 14. To the paint. The kick out to Conley. And stolen by Reeves. Here's Goodwin. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
Outside for Randall. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. A minute 35 left in the third quarter. Here's James. Oh, LeBron sending it home.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Here's Edwards. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's James. What muscle from James!
Good work on the block. I like when LeBron gets aggressive this close to the rim.
The Timberwolves lead by 12. And here's Edwards. 10 points for him. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. And James has got the ball here for the Lakers. Randall pulls down the board. And here's Minnesota now. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. 4 on the clock. It's Edwards on the wing. Puts one up from 19. LeBron with the rebound.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
LeBron toughs it out and gets by him.
He's been their top scorer, but he's really had to fight for it. He'll need to be more efficient in the future for this club to reach its full potential.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Minnesota up 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for... Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Minnesota leading by 10. Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Randall outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, no good.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Doncic. Back to James. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Outside Edwards. Randall right side. Back to Edwards. Pass to Randall. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by James. Lakers trail by 10. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Here we go, all alone.
And how about Edwards? Keeping his head up and spotting the open man.
And here's James. And stolen by Edwards. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Vanderbilt with the block. And they'll keep possession. Edwards is doubled.
I got your help.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Launches a three. Rebound by the Lakers.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Double team on James. Outside Vanderbilt. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
The Timberwolves lead by 12. Here's Edwards. Going inside. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
Basket's good.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Pass to Randall. Out to the wing. From deep, Conley fires in the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
And finished off by Hayes.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Clock at 6. DiVincenzo with the steal. Pass to Edwards. Milton with a steal. Here's Hachimura. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 15. It's Edwards with a drive. For 3, Randall. Counted from distance.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
The shot by James, no good. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to McDaniels. James with the rebound. Lakers trail by 18.
Watch outside.
Over Edwards. Off the left rim and out. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, another highlight reel play from Anthony Edwards. Oh, this guy is fun.
Double team on James. From deep, Reeves. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Anthony Edwards.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Assisted by Reeves.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth. McDaniels, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
20 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to connect. Out to the right wing. Here's Vanderbilt. Here's Randall. Ooh, he buries it.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant.
Easy, but I've been thinking about you lately. We can turn the lights off, we can turn the lights off, only on the dark side, baby. Take me to the dark side, baby. Stuck inside a daydream lately. Hold me on the dark side, hold me on the dark side, only on the dark side, baby. We could take a night drive, maybe. Crash into the starlight, baby. We could do it all night, we could do it all night, only on the dark side, baby. All my friends they call me crazy, but I've been thinking about you lately. We can turn the lights off, we can turn the lights off, only on the dark side, baby. Sunrise in your eyes, we can say goodbye. Born inside a storm, under city lights. Sunrise in your eyes, we can say goodbye. Tell me your name, flickering flame, tears on your face, and time will erase. Fact and fiction, this tragic tradition, driving too fast into the past. When you reach through the television screen, I can give you anything. Silhouettes and static. The mirror sees you.
This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here's Hayes. That shot missing. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Here's McDaniels. LeBron with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Gobert inside. Here's Randall. Hachimura with the defensive effort.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Hayes. The shot won't fall. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Edwards. Here's Randall. James with the block.
Imran with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them.
Off the inbound. It's stolen by James. Here's Hachimura. Knocked loose. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by James. Hayes misses. Still a tie game after a couple of empty possessions. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Hachimura outside. And here's Reeves. On the wing, Hachimura. Over to the left wing. To the middle. He shoots it. No good off the glass. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And he buries his first look.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's James. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Edwards can't hit.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Gobert. Here's Randall. Now here's Edwards. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Oh, they get a hand on it. Clock at 6. Down low. Gobert. Finney-Smith pulls it in. The Lakers trail. Inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Edwards for 3. Hits a three-pointer.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles making a change here. Minute 32 left in the first. Finney-Smith with it. Defended by Gobert. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Here's Goodwin. Pass to Vanderbilt. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. Elbow shot. That one goes in. Edwards got 6 points.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Vincent outside. Finney-Smith with it. And it's going to be a 3-second call. 34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Right side Edwards. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. He's off on the second. And here's Minnesota now. Here's Edwards. And he drives in. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Give him 8.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 5 ticks left in the first quarter. Here's Reed. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Outside, DiVincenzo unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Pass to Reeves. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Left side, DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hachimura.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Edwards, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. They trail by 1. James, right side. Well, Richard, as we've seen, sometimes all a player needs to prosper is a change of scenery.
Well, no doubt, B.A. One of the biggest deciding factors in being successful is how you fit into a system and how you fit in with the players around you.
Now here's Randall. Still no points. Driving to the basket. Here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Reeves. Here's James. Here's Hayes. Count the basket.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Alexander Walker. No points so far. Randall outside. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert. Blocked. James, left side. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
How about the hustle from Doncic, a winning player?
Alexander Walker with it. Pass to Gobert. And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Hayes. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Deflected. And he's able to get it back. To the inside. Here's James. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Back to Alexander Walker. Gobert inside. Hachimura with a rebound. Lakers trail by 3. Here's James. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Now Randall. Still without a bucket. Here's Gobert. The shot no good. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
4 on the clock. It's James with the drive. That has to be encouraging. Sinking one after missing his first 5.
Look, you can bump him, but that's not going to stop LeBron James.
Pass to Gobert. Oh, easy 2 for Gobert.
exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Substitution on the court.
The Lakers trail. DiVincenzo with a steal. Pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Vanderbilt. Miller pulls it in. 55 seconds left in the first half. Back to Gobert. Tipped away. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Now here's Vincent. No points yet. Here's Vanderbilt. Takes it inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Lakers lead by 1. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Gobert inside.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And of course he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
It's his first trip to the line. And that's good as he hits both shots. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. Outside Vanderbilt. Three-pointer. Vincent can't hit. Here's Miller. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota up 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
I kept Ant-Man him out. I took him out early.
And we're halfway.
Yeah, because he's finna play the whole second half. He's finna play the whole second half.
That's been a fairly even one. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
So it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Outside McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Conley with the ball. Hachimura covering. McDaniels from long range. Rebound, the Lakers. Doncic outside. From deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Hachimura. Randall with some nice D. And here's Minnesota now. They lead by 1. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
From from outside the arc. And Reeves pulls it down.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 3.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
Pass to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. And rejected. Hachimura outside. Now here's Hayes. Kicks it to Doncic. And stolen by Edwards. Ooh, Edwards with style and authority.
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little bit that way.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The Lakers in the lead. James outside. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Lets a 3 fly. Luka! Lethal!
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Doncic.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
So he can't get either to fall.
Normally, he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Tries to break his ice. James with the focus.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Edwards is doubled. Shot clock at 6. There's the double team with Vanderbilt. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Los Angeles making a change here. Los Angeles leading by 6. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Crafty move. And he lays it up and in.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
There's 1:59 left in the third. Conley on the attack. Outside McDaniels. They need this. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. To the wing, right side. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here's Benson. Here's Goodwin. Here's Connect. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Vanderbilt. Tries again. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Edwards. Vanderbilt with the block. Here's Goodwin. Pass to Vanderbilt. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. .52 seconds left in the third quarter. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Here's Vanderbilt. And he converts the layup. Vanderbilt's got 7 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
.26 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And both free throws good for Edwards. The Lakers lead by 6. Outside, Finney-Smith. And stolen by Edwards. Strong drive by Edwards. Good D by Doncic. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's James. Punching it inside. LeBron.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Conley looking for an opening. Outside for Randall. The 3-ball. Knocks down the triple. Randall's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hayes. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
James, left side. Out to Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Here's James. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Randall. Launches a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Randall's got 6 in the quarter.
When you have Randall on your team, he'll space out that floor.
Doncic with it. Back to Hayes. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. The Timberwolves trail. Down low. And Gobert with the stuff. That gives him a double-double.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Here's Hayes. And Gobert with a block. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense.
Conley with the ball. Picked up by James. Pass to Randall to take the lead. Hachimura with the defensive effort. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up to the Lakers. James. Second chance effort. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Both good from the line that time. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Edwards with it. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. To the middle. Offensive board. Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Randall right side to take the lead. Hachimura with the defensive effort.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
To the paint. Here's Hayes. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And he's good on the second. Timberwolves trail by 3. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Edwards is doubled. Inside. Here's McDaniels. Rejected by James. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Hayes.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Randall outside. For 3. Got a piece of it. Now Reeves. And here's James. Pass to Hayes. Over Gobert. And Gobert with a block. To the paint. Misses and the dry spell continues. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now Reeves. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Hachimura. Yep, that one's good. Hachimura's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Pass to Randall. To the inside. The kick out to Edwards. It's stolen by Doncic. Here's Reeves. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Back to Conley. To the middle. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Hachimura outside. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Los Angeles ball. Shooting for Los Angeles.
No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's James. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Mike Conley.
Okay, Bron with the big boy moves. Look, he just absorbs the foul, still getting the shot, doesn't even feel it.
And he ends up making the second. And that stretches their lead to 8.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Outside for Randall. Five to shoot. Back to Gobert.
Minnesota foul. McDaniels. Second personal foul. 15 foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Taking 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. And so it's the Lakers with the W. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up for Richard Jefferson.
And I want to know. Because I won't destroy this lion. Don't rock where you son.
let you go for whatever you want, and she ain't get. I'm 800 in on chrome jean, camo shorts and a long sleeve. I'll be gone for a month or two. I'm knocking off this money. I gotta keep some racks inside my reach. Get lonely. You know me, bro, tell us get our own. My on my armpit. I'm turning up like I don't got my own. Cut off on an island. Both our phones on silent. Like what you heard about me, you gotta come and try this. Baby. These handshakes getting weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little that worship them. I ain't by my other purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute. She a boss, but I'm finna boss up. Break up with that, call him up. She left him cause I'm finna. I feel like Beyonce, I'm finna upgrade you. Whoa.